Hello and welcome. This is a foundational yoga class designed to engage the breath, activate key areas and muscles in the body, and unify the breath with the body. We'll also be incorporating some gentle twists as well. So starting out with setting up the breath, we're going to utilize the Ujjayi breath, which is a style of breathing that activates the vagus nerve, which calms the body, improves focus and awareness, and regulates blood flow during increased activity. So first, a quick exercise. Exhale only through the mouth as if you were fogging up a mirror, like that ocean sound is what we're going for. Now keep that same back of throat constriction, but on an inhale. Now do that same inhale, exhale, but keep the lips sealed and breathe only through the nose. So you should notice that same ocean sound. So it's not a front of nose breath like, it's more of a back of nose breath, kind of like. You might not hear the difference, but you should feel it. That's the Ujjayi breath. So when you're ready to begin, let's come onto the back for a half Shavasana. Bring the heels close to the hips. Just take a moment to lay on your back, arms out at the sides, and remember that Ujjayi breath that we discussed before. Feel the weight of your body pressing down into the ground, and just relax. Notice the air coming in and out through the nose. Find an even pace for the breath that you're going to be using throughout the class. Press into the ground with your heels, lift up into a bridge pose. We're activating the glutes in the back line here before we get into our stretching. This is a good stretch to start the day with, first thing in the morning, or maybe you've just been sitting at your desk throughout the day. It's always good to activate the back line. One more breath here. And release on the exhale. Stay here for just a minute. You can bring the knees in towards each other. Now cross the right ankle over the left thigh for a figure four. Reach through with the arms and grab the shin. Pull your legs towards you. If this is too much, you can grab the thigh instead. But keep that right foot flexed. Keep those toes facing towards the knee. Breathe into the area wherever you feel this pose. So you're using the breath to get deeper into the pose. We're talking more about going deeper into the pose and into the sensation and the presence of it with the awareness of your breath. So there's really no end to how deep you can go. Slowly release the foot back down. Keep the legs as they are. Slide the right leg over the left thigh for a twist. And bring the hips, scoot them over to the right. Extend the right arm away from you. You might feel a twist or a pop the lower back. That's what mine just did. Breathe here. Nice. You can bring your legs back to center and come back into a bridge pose. Heels close to the hips and lift the hips up. Engage the glutes, hamstrings. Lift those hips up high. Last deep breath. Exhale, release back down. Figure 4 on the other side. Reach through. Pull the legs towards you. Remember to flex the toes. I like to keep both feet flexed here. Connect the body back to the breath. We'll be here for 4 or 5 more breaths. Last deep breath. Exhale, release. Cross that knee over, twist to the other side. Readjust your legs if you need to. Shift the hips over to the left. Reach that left arm out away from you to the left side. Release. Use the right hand to bring your legs back to center if you need. Hug both knees into your chest. And then come forward into a tabletop. Cross the ankles, roll over the knees. Come onto all fours. Untuck the toes. A few rounds of cat-cows. Start with cat, round your back. Roll from the base of your spine slowly upwards. And then slowly come into cow pose. One more like that. Come back up to cat. And exhale, slowly come back into cow pose. Nice. Sit back onto the heels, come onto the toes. Put your hands down. Extend your wrists forward. Press into the ground. Stretch out the wrists here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some gentle circles here. So we're going to do some circles to the right. Keeping these elbows locked as you circle. Maybe go a little bit wider with your circle. Try and keep those palms pressed into the ground. I've also got my toes tucked, loaded. And now we're going to rotate to the other side, to the left. Do about 10 circles here. This is one of the best ways I've found to open up the wrists and the forearms, so long as you're pressing into the ground with those fingers and your palms. Now face the fingertips to the outside of the mat. Now we're going to do the same thing, just do 5 circles to the right. You can stay in one position too if you feel like maybe your pinkies. For me, my pinky is a little bit tight on that right arm, so I'm kind of leaning into this part of the circle here, and then slowly finishing it leaning a little bit into the areas where I feel like it just needs a little bit of extra attention. Rotate to the left. Very good. Now point the fingertips towards the knees. Lean back, lift the palms up. And stretch out the forearms here. Slowly release. Sit back onto the toes and shake out the hands. And when you're done, we can meet in a downward dog. Walk the dog, pedal out your feet. Do what feels comfortable. You can lean to one side or lean to the other side. Re-engage the core here a bit. And when you're done, we'll meet back in that static downward facing dog. Try to press into the heels here if you can, if you have the calf flexibility to do so. If not, try your best to just bring the feet as close to the ground as you can. Press with the shoulders, really trying to push your head through the shoulders. And that would be your full downward dog extension. And we're just going to hang out here for a few breaths. Now slowly roll forward into a plank. And release your chest and chin down. Press up into an upward facing dog. Squeeze the glutes and the lower back here to keep your lower back safe and engaged. Push the floor away with your shoulder blades. And then release on an exhale back into downward dog. Very good. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and walk the feet forward between the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows here. Try to straighten those legs. And give your back line a little time to open up here. Bend the knees, roll up through the spine to standing. Reach the arms up, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, step the left foot back for a runner's lunge. Place your left fingertips on the ground inside the right foot and reach the right arm up into a revolved side angle. Keep that chest rotated up toward the ceiling. Pull the belly in. Now reach that right arm forward. Release the left foot back and reach the left arm up. You can also use blocks here if you need, or books, or just come onto the fingertips. Straighten the right leg. Pivot both feet forward for a standing straddle forward fold. Fold down. Angle those feet inwards and keep the breath soft. Maybe walk the hands underneath you. If you need to go a little deeper, take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale. Spider lunge, Skandasana to the left, and try to set the hips down without touching the ground if you can, if that's accessible. Now cross the left leg over the right. Stack the knees and just hang out here for a second. And now reach forward if you can to touch your toes. Fold forward and down for a half cow face. Feel the sensation. Invite the sensation into your body. Send some breath to where you feel this pose. If it's early in the morning, this may not be as easy as if you were to do this later in the day. I notice I'm typically a lot tighter in this position in the morning. Slowly release, push yourself back up to the Skandasana. Left foot comes next to your inner thigh. Stand up. Move to the front of the mat for pyramid pose. Both heels are on the ground. Straighten the legs. Deep breath to lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, fold forward and down. Make sure both heels are on the mat. Otherwise, shorten the stance or bring your hands onto your shins. Again, you can use blocks or books. Keep a slight bend to that right knee if you feel like this is hyperextending. Place your left fingertips on the ground. Reach your right arm up. Revolve triangle. Both legs are straight. The breath is soft. Now bend into that right leg, reach forward. Lift the left leg off the ground for a Warrior 3 prep. Keeping the fingertips on the ground. Press into the right heel. Try to straighten out those legs. Bring that left hip down so it's not up in the air. It's even with the other hip. And slowly release the foot down to meet the right in the front of the mat. Lift up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Roll up through the spine to standing. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back into a runner's lunge. Both hands are framing the left foot. Reach your left arm up, revolved side angle. Pull the belly in, lengthen through the spine. Rotate the chest to the left. Maybe you're on your fingertips or on the flat palm of your hand, whatever is accessible to you. Reach the left arm forward, bring the hand inside the left foot, rotate the right foot down, and reach the right arm up. Side angle. Draw the belly in. Soften the breath. Last deep breath in. Exhale, release. Straighten both legs. Prasarita. Fingers out, toes out, heels in. Exhale, fold forward. That should be toes in, heels out, rather. 3 breaths here. Rise back up on an inhale. Skandasana to the right. Slowly set the hips down. If you can, without touching, if you need, you can assist with the fingers across the right knee over the left side. Try to stack the knees. Flex the left foot, the toes facing towards you, and fold forward and down. This side is a little bit tighter for me, personally. We'll stay for about 5 breaths here, trying to go deep into this pose. Explore within. Maybe you sink a little deeper as you break up that tension. Whatever is comfortable, though. Slowly release and rise back up. To meet in that Skandasana to the right. And move forward to pyramid. Straighten both legs, both heels on the ground, and legs straight. Fingertips on the ground or blocks, framing the foot. Deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Place the right fingertips inside of the left foot. Revolve triangle. Reach the left arm up. Chest is facing the left side. Reach the left arm forward. Rebend the left knee. Warrior 3 prep. Try to straighten both legs. Lower the right hip down. Shift the weight back into the left heel. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Deep breath in to lengthen, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees for a squat. And set the hips down. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards you. The feet wider apart, a little wider than the hips. Reverse tabletop, lift the hips up. Look up towards the ceiling and relax the head so we don't have a forward head posture. Lean forward, shift forward, and set the hips all the way down. Inhale to lift the chest up high. Exhale, bend the arms, send the elbows back. Be gentle on the shoulders. Breathe into the shoulders. And just enjoy the sensation. Straighten the arms, walk the hands forward, and come onto your back. Happy baby, grab the knees or the outside edges of the feet. Gently pull the knees towards the armpits. And if there's any modification or anything you want to do here that feels good for your body, then I'd invite you to do so. And we'll meet back in 5 or so breaths. whatever feels good for your body. Let's slowly come back to happy baby pose. And then release. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Extend the legs forward fully for Shavasana. Keep connecting with that breath. Try to sink into the mat here. The mind is still. Really focus on the sensation of the breath as it enters through the nose. I like to focus on the cold touch of the air entering the nose. And the sound as you exhale. And you can stay here for however long you need. I like to count the breaths up to 10 and then recount after 10 for however long I feel that I need. But when you're done, you can slowly come up to seated position. Bring your hands together into a prayer pose. It's always good to thank yourself for showing up on your mat, for doing this for yourself, and for practicing. And I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you for practicing with me today. And I hope to see you soon. Namaste.